Good morning, everyone. Thank you for making it out to our workshop. Today, we'll be talking about Libby and how to get the most from our app by adding new cards from other libraries. My name is Bethany. If you have any questions over the course of this workshop, please don't hesitate to call out my name or get my attention in some way. Before we dive in, I want to review what we'll be talking about today. All of this page corresponds with the handout that everyone should have received when you walked in today. This page is yours to take any notes you'd like as we move through the workshop. And if you're not a notes person, that's okay too. You don't have to take notes. I also want to remind you that a recording of our workshop today will be made available on the library website if you need a refresher at any time. And also, all of our reference librarians are here to answer any follow-up questions that may occur to you in the future as well. So to start off, we'll briefly look at how e-libraries work. We'll talk about non-resident cards, how to apply online. We'll spend some time adding a new card to our Libby account and then learning how to switch from one card to another within the Libby app. Lastly, we'll discuss other libraries that you may or may not want to add to your account. Before we dive into our steps, I want to say that I want your feedback, and not just at the end of this workshop. I want your feedback as we move through each step. So every once in a while, I will ask you as a group, hey, if this is making sense, please give me a thumbs up. If it's not making sense, show me a thumbs down. And I ask that you do this for me so that I can tell what parts I need to spend more time on. Maybe I need to slow down, or maybe I'm spending too much time on a certain step and everybody else is ready to move on. But I will never call on you or put you on the spot in any way. The thumbs up, thumbs down is just a tool for me to gauge how you're all doing. Okay, so let's get started. Ebooks, not a new concept, right? Everyone here has read a book on a device, whether that's your Kindle, your phone, the computer, whatever it may be. And that's why we're all here at this workshop. And I think most of us have experienced the frustration of a title we want not being available. Either it's checked out or our home library simply doesn't have it. And I get a lot of questions about how this can be. How can a digital copy of a book be checked out? Or why do I have to place a hold on this book if it's digital? And that's a really good question. And the answer has to do with the way publishers license books. So, publishing companies basically place restrictions on how many digital copies of a book can be checked out from the library at any given time. And these licenses are often very expensive for the library. And at smaller libraries, this can actually be cost prohibitive. So, this is why we sometimes have long waits for certain titles. However, having multiple library cards can help, especially if you get a card from a much larger library which has multiple digital copies of certain books. This can make our wait time a lot shorter, and it can even give you access to titles that your home library just flat out doesn't have. So some of these larger libraries offer what's called a non-resident card, which is exactly what it sounds like. You don't have to live near the library in order to apply. And as an example, today we will be applying for a card at the San Jose Public Library, which we will then add to our Libby accounts. So as advertised, we'll be going through this whole process on our phones. So go ahead and take them out if you haven't already. And to make sure that we're all on the same page, you can scan this QR code with the camera on your phone, or alternatively, you can open up a new web page and type the URL directly into your address bar if that's more comfortable for you. And I can also assist with scanning the QR code if you'd like any extra help with that. So let's take a few minutes to make sure everyone's able to get to this page, and I will make my way around the room to anyone who needs help with this first step. Can I get a thumbs up once you've made it to this screen? Great, thank you. So in the middle of this green banner, we will click the white button for adults ages 18 and up. And this will take us to our online library card application. This is the page we're looking for. So here's the header of our application. When you get here, go ahead and scroll down the page until you see the area to enter your personal information, which looks like this. So can I get a thumbs up or thumbs down at this point? Are we all On this page to enter our information? Great, thank you. So we'll take a few minutes to fill in our information here, and I'll be walking around the room to assist if anyone needs help. Again, please flag me down. And once we've filled out this form, we will come to a page with our personal library card number. And just like any other card number, this number is unique to you. And since this is a digital card only, we will not receive a physical card. And that's why it's so important to record or remember our card number. So at the top of your handout, you will see a space to write in your new digital card number from the San Jose Public Library. And this step is totally optional. If you don't want to write it on a piece of paper, that's fine too. Just make sure that you've saved the number in some other way because we will be using this number in our very next step. So is this making sense so far? Can I get thumbs up, thumbs down from everyone? Great, thank you. Now we get to move on to the fun part, which is adding this card to our Libby app. So once you've recorded your digital card number on your handout in your phone somewhere, or maybe you just have a great knack for remembering numbers, go ahead and open the Libby app on your phone. And our next step is to add this new card to our app.